Stay tuned for the biggest fish, the hottest bites, this week here on In-Depth Outdoors. With James Holst.
Look at that. Wow, is that an incredible fish?
And the rest of the IDO fishing team. We're headed to the best fisheries across the upper Midwest and Canada. We'll fish longer, explore unfished bodies of water, and go further off the beaten path in search of the hottest bites in fresh water.
Look at that.
With Cal Schwiel.
What a specimen.
And Joel Nelson.
Whoa, this is an absolute monster.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
Good morning, everyone. James Holst here with In-Depth Outdoors, and on today's episode, we're out in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, where we'll be fishing with good buddy Adam Rasmussen. And we're pretty excited about today's show because finally we have some warm, stable weather. Those really cold overnight temps that made fishing this spring such a difficult deal are finally behind us. And on today's episode, we're going to be out here in Sturgeon Bay targeting a species that just doesn't get as much press as the smallmouth bass, walleye, and even salmon. Today, we're going to be doing a brown trout show, and we're going to put a little twist on it. This is a very popular fishery out here. A lot of guys do spend time fishing brown trout, particularly early in the season when the fish are up shallow, but most of the time, those trout are being targeted by trollers. But we think we can get these fish casting stick bait. So we should get on some great fish today. Brown trout fight incredibly hard in shallow water on light tackle. So do stick around. It's Adam Rasmussen and I on Sturgeon Bay today on In-Depth Outdoors. So we started our day today in the Sturgeon Channel itself. Now that's a shipping channel that connects Green Bay to the Lake Michigan side, and it's a big long no wake zone, so you really have to pick what you're going to do and do so with a little bit of thought behind it, because you can spend what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes in this no wake zone getting from one side to the next?
Yeah, it's almost 45 minutes to go from Lake Michigan all the way to the Green Bay side.
I like a good long slow boat ride, but not when it costs me fish. So what we're going to do today is we're going to actually go out into Lake Michigan itself. We've got a real calm wind conditions today. We're not expected to see big waves. And from my understanding, we'll probably run into bigger numbers out there on the Lake Michigan side. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's been better numbers on the Lake Michigan side, but a lot of the biggest fish have been coming on the Green Bay side.
Understood. I haven't caught a brown trout in a long time, so regardless of whatever I catch, I can say it's the biggest trout I've caught in like 10 years. So we're not too worried about max size today. If we can get in a bunch of these fish on light tackle, that'd be great. And one of the things that's got me really excited about this is we're going to be fishing these fish in really shallow, clear water. It's going to be a lot like targeting smallmouths in shallow water. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing some, and hopefully we can see them while they're coming up and eating. Should be fun.
That would make my day, no doubt about it. So it always seems that in the spring, we're always looking for that warmer water with a little bit of a clarity difference. Here on Lake Michigan, it's no different. Everything is really looking for that warmer water, get that metabolism kicked up where they're gonna, sit there in that water that might be only 3 or 4 degrees warmer, and they'll feed more heavily, they'll digest faster. So we're looking for a combination here of warmer water and then some water with some color to it. I mean, Lake Michigan is so incredibly clear that if we can find some water with a little bit of chalky color to it, that'll really help us catch these fish. And right now, the water temperature is basically 42.5, 42.75, very similar to what we had coming out of the channel.
Yep, and find that area that has, maybe 43, 44, just that little bit of a difference to hold all these fish.
Well, if we can get an area that'll hold the wind, where the wind is kind of pushing that surface water up against shore and kind of holding it there, that's where I would expect to find it.
Right. It always pays to pay attention to what the wind did the previous couple of days too, because that gives you a clue as to where all that water got pushed.
I'm going to set up a pair of rods here. I think I'm going to go with a stick bait and then a rip and wrap. So there's lots of ways a guy could go about trying to catch these brown trout. You could throw spoons, you could troll, stick baits, and what we're gonna do today is we're gonna be casting. So I'm gonna choose a couple of baits that I can cast a long distance. I really wanna stay away from real light baits where I'm not gonna be able to cast very far to get that bait away from the boat. So I'm gonna throw one rip and wrap. I'll probably go with a real natural color, like a black silver, size 6, maybe a gold silver. And then on my other rod, I'm gonna throw a flat wrap. Again, I'm gonna keep it pretty natural. Probably start out with like just a black silver. I'm gonna keep a gold black handy. And that's gonna be my starting point. And Adam's at the back of the boat. He's fishing a shadow wrap. So we've got our bases kind of covered here. Oh, fish on, woo!
Or we stay here.
Surprise! Oh, we got off!
No.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
That looked cool.
That was
For a
all
couple
right.
seconds.
I'm awake now, boys. Oh.
Nearly 70 years ago, a simple idea was taking form in the heart of the ice belt. That idea was, if you combined a commitment to quality with a passion for the sport of ice fishing, you could build a better ice auger. From that idea, Strike Master was born. Forever committed to innovation in the quest to build a lighter, more durable auger. Strike Master. Powerful, durable, reliable.
The WX2060 and the MX2040 from Skeeter Boats, loaded with a long list of standard features anglers want at an unbeatable price, including a Yamaha VMAX SHO 250 horsepower outboard, Yamaha T9.9 kicker with remote controls, Lowrance HDS12 Gen 3 touch at the dash, and a Minn Kota 112 Ulterra on the bow. The WX2060 priced at $61,495. The new MX2040 priced at $60,495. More comfort, more standard features. When you move up to a WX2060 or MX2040, you get more of everything.
VMC's dominating line of panfish baits just got even better with the introduction of new baits molded from high-density tungsten, the miracle metal that offers the same weight as traditional lead at half the size. The platoon of new baits include the Tungsten Fly, fast-sinking VMC Nymph and Waxtail soft baits pre-rigged on VMC tungsten jigs, and the innovative tungsten chandelier jig that targets roaming panfish like a fish-seeking missile. The next time you hit the ice, tie on a tungsten, and you'll be fishing fast and taking names with VMC.
Fish on!
Yeah! I'm coming. Attaboy.
Got
You went with everybody's favorite brown trout color, that fluorescent orange thing.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere. Oh. Did your line just break? Your line broke.
My leader broke.
You owe me $1.
Lucky on that one, and the bait just popped out.
That is a nice trout, long and lean. Well, that gives us an idea about how big some of these fish are, because you see that one in the water. We've seen fish that are about 3 times that big.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably an average size fish. There's a lot of 3, 4, 5 pounders, but there's, a chance at catching a 15, 20, or even bigger.
I
So,
can't
just
imagine
full of power.
the greasy mess that a 30-pound brown trout would be. I mean, I'd love to try, but
That
yeah,
was fun.
your line broke, bud. Must have been nicked or something.
That's what happens when you don't retie anything for a week.
All right, man, I got your bait out of the net here. I'll do everything but retie for you.
All right. Well, let's get this one back, and generally they're schooled together, so let's hurry up and get another one.
My turn.
There he goes. All right.
It can be done. You
That
don't
was
don't
cool.
have to troll for these things.
That was cool. That was way more fun than trolling for.
Yes. Well, I've had a couple opportunities this morning that I've completely messed up. So nice fish. I want one.
Water's warming up a little bit. They're starting to get aggressive. We've seen a lot of them, so.
Well, it's nice now just to have kind of a reference point for color and bait size.
Exactly.
You come out here and you start throwing stuff, you don't have anything to start with.
Yeah. Now we have a starting point. We can dial it in from here. So
There's that little creek mouth where I lost my last one.
let's see if there's another one in there.
Of course, the reason that most guys will troll for these fish is there's just so many acres of water out here to dig through. But there are a few things that a guy can look for that'll really eliminate a lot of water. Right now we're boating into the wind. And if you look out in front of the boat a little bit, you'll see some small points that come out in the lake. And this wind is coming across those points and it's mixing up with the sand. It's creating this chalky look to the water. And you know, Adam grew up in this area. He's been fishing it a long time, and you talk to other anglers that target these fish, and this is really one of those scenarios you really want to look for. If you see that deep blue, clear water, it's very difficult to catch these trout. But if you can find an area like this, where you've had some wind action along the shoreline that's churned up some of that sand and created a milky appearance to the water, that's where you're going to find the scenario where these trout are going to be most willing to hit these stick baits, whether they're trolled or cast. So the other scenario you want to find is you want to find warmer water. I mean, we're just right after what most guys would consider ice out. I mean, water temperatures are somewhere in the upper 30-degree range out on the main lake. And we're up tight to shore here, and we're looking for areas where the wind has pocketed up warmer surface water. And these brown trout are coming into this warmer water where we've got some of this murky, chalky stain to the water, and they're looking to feed. So if you can find those warmer water temps right now, we're in about 48 degrees. If we went offshore maybe half a mile, I'm sure it would be in the upper 30s or low 40s. So warmer water temperature, reduced water clarity, and in that situation, that combination, a guy can come out here, even though there's millions of acres of water, and be successful throwing little stick baits.
One thing to always make sure you do on these original floaters, you don't want to tie right to that because you'll have no action on the bait. So I always use a snap. The bait's free to move and it's easy to switch colors quick.
Another one. Hey, whoa, that is a freak show. Woo!
Oh, he scared the tar out of me.
Scared the what?
I seen him come running in.
Yeah.
And he's just like a missile on it. And
that was an absolute acrobatic on the surface just show. That was awesome. Now that's second fish and just what is it, number 11 fluorescent floater?
Number 9.
Number 9. Old school.
Bait that's been around forever.
For a reason. I'm gonna stay up here until you tell me to come down there because I don't want to abandon the trolling motor.
I think he's about done.
Boy, if we get to catch him right in the middle of the day during the warmest part, that'll be just fine by me.
Yeah, this is, we finally have some warm weather.
I'm here for you, man.
All right. No.
Keep one home, don't do it like that. We got it. Oh, hook's out.
It just popped out.
Somebody owes me lunch.
Nice net job.
Fish is out. Why don't you hand me that rod? That fish gave you all you could handle, buddy.
That was a riot. Those are nice average fish. That one's a lot thicker belly to back than that last one was.
The other one was long and lean. That one's that's a fighting machine there.
Chunker.
I will trade for every fish we catch on a spinning rod. I'd give up 6, 10 fish trolling.
Absolutely. You catch a couple of these throughout the day on a spinning rod, it's way more fun than on a trolling rod.
And we've got the conditions for it. Nice fish, man.
There she goes.
Off like a shot?
When their back is like the same color as that sand too.
Right.
So you'd think you would just see them cruising all over the place. Once in a while you do, but.
They stay camouflaged. Here you go.
At Markham, we know being the leader in ice sonar performance doesn't mean we get to rest on our laurels. Introducing the new I-Series line of flashers. Every model in our new I-Series line combines a bright and vivid display with Markham's advanced sonar technology to produce flasher sonar units that offer a larger display and increased viewing angles without compromising Markham's legendary sonar performance. This winter, don't settle for anything less than an I-Series flasher from Markham, the most powerful high-performance flasher sonar units ever built.
VMC's dominating line of panfish baits just got even better with the introduction of new baits molded from high-density tungsten, the miracle metal that offers the same weight as traditional lead at half the size. The platoon of new baits include the tungsten fly, fast-sinking VMC nymph and waxtail soft baits pre-rigged on VMC tungsten jigs, and the innovative tungsten chandelier jig that targets roaming panfish like a fish-seeking missile. The next time you hit the ice, tie on a tungsten, and you'll be fishing fast and taking names with VMC.
From the first time you pick up a tuned-up custom rod, you'll know you're holding something special. A rod not mass-produced, but built one at a time by the hands of gifted craftsmen. Rods like the Precision, ice fishing's most versatile multi-species rod, or the Precision Noodle with a tip so sensitive you'll never fish a spring bobber again. And the Commander, the rod that's never met a big fish it couldn't best. Tuned-up custom rods. Ice rods handcrafted for you and the way you fish.
There's fish.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's a good one too, man. Maybe that first that first thunk was a fish. I thought it was a rock. I don't mind being wrong. Come on, fish. Do a dance. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, fish, give me a break. Give me a break.
Oh boy.
There she is. Take her, take her, take her, take her. Yes!
Nice.
You're the man!
That is a solid one there.
Oh, yeah. And of course, I got it on a rip and wrap. Fishing all kinds of different baits today. Just started throwing one of those around because the wind has picked up here a little bit and sometimes it's hard to get a good long cast on a real light stick bait. Threw on that rip and wrap and this fish just clobbered it. Look at that. That is a nice brown trout. They are so strong. Mine was not acrobatic like yours was though. This fish was going nowhere. That fish was all up in all the hooks. About 4 or 5 barbs driven home there. Now, Adam, I'm told that these are halfway decent on the grill.
They're supposed to be.
Should we try one?
We can try one.
This one's
Be a
going.
good one to do it with.
This one's going back in the live well, I think.
Okay.
She got one of the hook points pretty good in the gill. I'm not so sure that she'd make it anyway, so
Yeah,
I think that one's gonna go home with us.
There's plenty of them out here. It's not gonna hurt to take 1 or 2 home with us.
All right, I'm gonna hand her to you, and if you'd throw her in the live well, that'd be great. Got her? All right, I'll turn the switches on that need to be turned on, and away we go.
That is a beautiful fish.
I just about guarantee you what I thought was a rock was that fish coming in for the first good thunk, and then she must have just cartwheeled around and put on the afterburners and chased it down.
They just hit it like a freight train.
I know.
It's
Mine didn't jump though.
unreal.
I was really hoping that she'd get up there in the air. She never did. That's all right. Great fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Starting to get a little squirrely. Well, our hand has been forced here a little bit. Just about when a guy thinks he's got everything figured out and the bite's really starting to come together, conditions have really taken a change. We had a wind out of the south this morning and now it's out of the northeast. And that's doing 2 things that we just don't want to have happen. One, we're getting a lot of that green blue lake water blown up tight to shore, so the visibility is picking up. And 2, the temperature's dropping rapidly. We had temperatures for a while there right around the 50-degree mark, and in about 45 minutes it's dropped to almost 41 degrees. So both Adam and I agree these trout are probably out of here now, or if they're going to stay here, they're just not going to bite very well. So the great thing about fishing Sturgeon Bay is if the main lake side out on Lake Michigan gets too rough, like it's going to do right now, we're going to go back through the channel, get out in Sturgeon Bay, see if we can't get on some fish back in there. Last cast, man.
Sounds good to me.
Fish right there.
Awesome.
Way up there. I was on the beach, man.
We'll get the net for you.
Thank you. Jeez, they are just nutballs. Oh yeah, this is too cool, man. There should be like people everywhere doing this. This is so much fun. Come on, fish, you crazy bugger. Got him. Long-handled net. Thank you, sir.
There you are.
I appreciate it. Man, are they just fat. Look at this thing. Look at how fat this thing is. Tiny little head. Great big giant belly on that thing. Got that one about 4 foot off the shore. I'm sure it's just patrolling that shoreline looking for anything it can eat. They are so aggressive at these water temperatures. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. What a fish. Let's just let that one go. Get him back in the water. All right. Oh, this fish is ready to go. Tiny little head. I mean, just tiny. Off she goes. Tiny little noggin on that thing. I mean, it's just amazing that a fish that fat can have a head so small. And what that just tells you is that that fish is a very young fish and just growing incredibly fast. I mean, Sturgeon Bay, Green Bay itself, there's a lot of forage out here. And we just had one of Adam's fish actually kind of disgorge some shad that they were feeding on. So that's probably one of the primary forage species for these brown trout right now. They're just filling up on these shad, which that's a fatty food source. They grow really fast. You see those butterballs like that? They're just so aggressive. They're so strong because they're so well fed. And I am just full of trout slime right now, but loving it.
This winter, set a trap for your next trophy with iFish Pro. Ideal for all species, iFish Pro is an innovative fishing system that allows an angler to use their favorite rod and reel instead of trying to manage the fish hand over hand. Complete your ice fishing arsenal with iFish Pro, tactical ice gear that puts the fight back into tip-up fishing.
Look at that.
Find iFish Pro online at ifishpro.com or at your favorite sporting goods retailer.
Everything you'd expect from a premium quality fish house and so much more. Glacier combines superior craftsmanship and premium quality materials to produce a comfortable and enjoyable mobile base camp for your next outdoor adventure. Available in a variety of models, a Glacier Ice House offers more standard features, more usable space, and a better fit and finish than the competition. Visit our website at glacierIcehouse.com to find a dealer near you and see why a Glacier Fish House is the ultimate way to play.
Nearly 70 years ago, a simple idea was taking form in the heart of the ice belt. That idea was, if you combined a commitment to quality with a passion for the sport of ice fishing, you could build a better ice auger. From that idea, StrikeMaster was born, forever committed to innovation in the quest to build a lighter, more durable auger. StrikeMaster, powerful, durable, reliable.
There's one. All right. Ooh, that one's moving some water, buddy.
He's mad. It's so awesome. Be careful with those light wire hooks on them.
Yeah. Where are you gonna bring him?
He's going to Marinette right now.
He's going to Marinette? You got enough line for that? They always come up under the boat so you can't see them. I'm so glad we did this.
They just have so much power.
This is bucket list stuff. You know, just kind of thinking outside the box a little bit. You know, all a guy has to be is just willing to burn a day of fishing and just try something new. I will do this again. Is this gonna be the one?
I want to get him unhooked and try to get another one while they're going.
I'm going deep. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, that is a much darker fish.
Beautiful looking fish.
Olive and copper, that one. You need a pliers, Adam, or you? Oh, he's loose.
Look at the colors on that one.
Now, see, now that's a male.
Yep.
It's got the kype on the jaw, the lower jaw.
Yep.
I'm jealous, man. That's the fish I wanted to catch. I love those lower jaws when they get hooked like that.
All right, we'll let this guy go. See ya.
Like a shot, huh?
I don't know about you, but my arms are getting a workout today. This is a good time.
I love it. Every minute of it. Fish. Fish. Oh, yeah. That thing is just a freak show out there right now. Oh yeah. I'm throwing that little Balsa Extreme, the one I found floating. This is a borrowed lure, man. Somebody lost it and I found.
Nice fish.
Oh yeah. Come on. Woo. Not even close. Come on, fishy. Oh yeah, thank you.
Nice. He's still a little green. All I hear is fish, 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 and I just look at the water exploding over there.
He was lost. He didn't know what was going on.
That's awesome.
Come here, brown trout.
Pretty looking fish.
All right. Now this is headed in the right direction size-wise. That's a nice fish, man. He did most of his fighting in one spot. Out there about 75
sat
feet.
in one spot and just...
What a cool fish. He just pounded it too.
Awesome.
All right, we're gonna let that fish go. I have had so much fun here today, beating on these browns. I would love to come back and do this again. Yeah, that has to be one of the hardest fish to control. There's just no good place to hold on to them.
Oh, they're just solid muscle, and that's why they're so much fun to catch.
Well, you know, I didn't know what we were getting into, and this lived up to expectations. I mean, this has been a ton of fun. I'd come back and do this again in a heartbeat. So yeah. I want to thank you for inviting me over here. I mean, this is something that I read about doing as a kid. You know, you'd read all the old magazines about guys trolling right after ice out. Yep. But to be able to come over here, get them on the lightweight spinning gear, just adds a whole new level to it. I would definitely prefer to do it this way than trolling. I mean, I don't care how I catch fish most of the time, but this is the better way to do it as far as I'm concerned.
Hands down. And it's, I mean, it's something that everybody can do. You don't have to have trolling gear. You can come over here with a couple of spinning rods and, you know, a handful of crankbaits, and anybody can catch them.
Well, we're going to call the day quits here. We're starting to lose a little bit of light. I don't have any idea if we're going to catch any more fish today, but I do feel like I've caught enough. So if anybody wants to get out and do some of this brown trout fishing, or just fishing in general, look up Adam Rasmussen Outdoors. Love fishing with this guy. It seems like every time we get out in the boat, it's a great adventure. Always catch a ton of nice fish. So for anybody that wants to get out, enjoy themselves, catch a bunch of fish themselves, look this guy up. He'll put you on something good. Well, we're going to call it quits, but after we wrap this, we're actually not heading home. The plan is to continue to head east. We're really not sure where we're going to head, but the target will be some big walleyes. So if everybody wants to see where we end up next, definitely tune in next week. But from Adam and I, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
For more info on the latest fish reports, gear recommendations, and hottest techniques, connect with us online at indepthoutdoors.com or follow us on Facebook at In Depth Outdoors. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to let our sponsors know.